Hi Pisces, I am here to do your reading for mid-January. So let's see what spirit animal would like to come out for you during this time. And this is a general reading, so please only take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind. Okay? Thank you. The pig spirit, use your mind wisely. All right, now on to the moonology. And I'm doing something a little bit different this time. So if you like it, I would appreciate it if you would click the like button or put a comment in about what you do like or don't like about it, okay? Be much appreciated. Thank you. Okay, let's see what we have. You are very close to achieving your goal. Very nice. All right, now let's get a wisdom of the oracle and see what they would like to share. And next, we are going to take a Lenormand card. That's something that's a new. Co-create. Beautiful. It's a beautiful energy. You have some very nice energies there. Okay, now let's take a Lenormand card. And this can either be kind of a general card or it can have something specific in it. Okay, well, you have heart. You actually have two of them. Heart and child. Okay? For the heart, that means love, friendship, harmony, happiness, and support. It indicates comfort, happiness, and a harmonious, loving relationship. It can refer to new relationships or increased feelings in established relationships, and that also includes close friendships. And then you have the child card, which talks about childhood, trust, a new stage. This card can signify the beginning of the path and the myriad of options available to pursue. So that's kind of exciting, I think. Or it can indicate the possibility of birth of a child. But so both of these are really nice. Actually, all of those are really nice. Okay, let's find out what your overall energy is. Okay. Very nice cards. Okay. Oh my goodness. Your overall energy is a tower. Wow. Starting out with a bang. Okay. Let's talk about the tower for just a brief moment. The tower has two things that are in common for sure. One is it creates change, and the other is that it is abrupt. Now, the rest of it kind of runs the gamut. It can be very tiny, and it can be large. It can be challenging, along the negative lines, or it can be something very positive. It can also be self-imposed because you want to create change, or it can happen in a way that you don't even know it's happening until it is right there happening to you. So there is so much that this can mean that we will definitely take a card on it. We're going to take a card on everything, but can't wait to take a card on this one because that's your overall energy. So you can expect an abrupt change during this time. Okay? I'm not saying, it could be so small that it might not make a difference at all, but it could be big. And this is something that, only you're going to know. So just because you have a tower doesn't mean it's panic time. Mm-mm. You know, it could be something very small. For example, say if you try to get a day off of work, or you have a day off scheduled and then they call you in. That would be an abrupt change. Or it could be something large. I'm just saying, you know, no need to get stressed, because it could be something very little, or, like I also said, it could be something very positive. And it could also be self-imposed. You might want to create this change. Okay, let's see what your challenge is. Your challenge, okay. What this energy is saying is that you are like standing guard, defending something, right? It's almost like none shall pass kind of energy. And it's to the point of potential injury. And this most likely would be an emotional injury if there is one. But it, you know, it could be physical. But that's your challenge. And we'll have to get more information. But it's either saying your challenge is to take on this energy, but I think it's probably your challenge is to let go of this energy. But we'll have to get more to find out. Okay, let's see what your focus is. I can't help but think that those cards are, believe it or not, indicating something good that's coming. And that's because of all these cards right here. Okay, what is your... No, one more. What? That's two more. Focus. Absolutely beautiful. Your focus is one of the very best cards in the deck. It's like the Tree of Life. This is where you want to take everything like that you are, everything you have, everything you've worked for, and share it with everybody you care about, that you love, even all the way down to your pets. Okay, so that's a beautiful energy. Okay, let's take a card for your past. Beautiful. That is balance and harmony. You want balance and harmony in your external environment. Okay? Very interesting. Okay, now let's take a card for your strength. Learning. Your strength is learning. You're learning from the masters and the apprentices, both. The masters have done whatever this is so long, they know all the ins and outs of it. And the apprentices make plenty of mistakes, but they're the ones that have all these novel ideas. And what you're doing is taking the best of both and creating something that is uniquely you. Okay, that is your strength. Now let's see what you have for the future. Beautiful. The King of Cups. It's beautiful energy. And the King of Cups, of course, the king is a master just because he's a king. But he is very trustworthy. And he is a master of his inner and outer worlds. He feels all of his emotions, but he does not let them control him. He controls them. You can even see he's sitting in the middle of all this choppy water, but there he sits, just as calm as can be, right? And it also says that there is a potential for a serious romantic relationship to come into your life. One that is a good one, okay? All right, so that's a beautiful future energy. Okay, now let's get a card for how you should go forward. Beautiful. You have the Queen of Cups. Here you have the King of Cups. Here you have the Queen of Cups. So you have like the matched set. They're counterparts, and they're beautiful. She is very trustworthy as well. She is the mother archetype. She rules with her heart, and she is there to help you. She wants to be very helpful just because that's who she is, okay? So that you could be taking on this energy, or it could just be a general energy or somebody else that you know has this. But the fact that you have both of these together is a beautiful sign. And it also adds power to the reading. And to me, that power is one of love and trust. Okay. Beautiful. Now, let's get a card for what you need to know. You are dropping the burdens, which is wonderful. And that should give you a huge sense of relief, okay? If you've been carrying around burdens, and you might very well have been, dropping them, you are going to feel so much better and about a bazillion pounds lighter. You know, it's, to me, this is a good card. Anytime you can drop your burdens and feel better, that's a good thing. So to me, that also says you are meeting your challenge. Okay, now let's get a card for what you don't see. That you need to take a rest. Okay, I'm going to move these over just a little bit. Okay, yeah. What you don't see is that you need to take a rest. Okay, you've reached your first milestone potentially. I don't think that's a requirement, but it, you know, could very well be. But it's saying you need to take a rest. You need to get away from everything and do something that you enjoy. Because when you do that, you come back refreshed. You know, you feel good. You're ready to charge forward. There comes a time when everybody needs to take a break. You could literally rest, meditate, take walks in the woods, take a vacation, whatever it is, where you just get away from what you deal with every day. And it's saying that is what you don't see. Okay, now let's get a card for your potential future. The moon. Okay, and what the moon is telling you is you need to use your intuition. Okay, and here, the story that I tell is feed the good side. Okay, if you feed the good side will grow. If you feed the bad side will grow. Whichever side you do not feed will wither and die. So make for sure you feed the good side. All right? Okay, and you're going to love this. At the bottom of the deck, you have a new beginning. It's the Ace of Swords. And this is a new way of thinking. Your mind is expanding, growing, and you're thinking in a new way. And right here, your pig spirit says use your mind wisely. And it looks like you definitely are. Okay? So now let's get some cards to clarify. And we are going to start with that tower. I would like to know why the tower is there. I'm sure you would too. Like I said, it can be very small. It can be inconsequential, you know? But then it could also be large. Okay. Your tower is being clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. All right, and now the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. All Knights are the hardest working cards in the deck, and this one is the slowest. He's very methodical. He's extremely attention oriented. He is a fantastic planner and implementer. He also helps build solid foundations. If you want a job well done and you're not in a hurry, this is the energy for you, because to them, accuracy is much more important than speed. They're going to get their job done, and they're going to get it done right. Okay, and so you have this clarifying the Tower. And what I think is going on here is this is saying you need to slow down. Okay? This could very well be a self-imposed Tower. Maybe you're used to going very fast, getting it done. And this is saying, slow down, increase your accuracy, and decrease your speed. Okay? Now, we might find out more with these other cards that, could potentially change this meaning or some of it. But initially, that's what I'm thinking. It's that you are making a self-imposed Tower, or one is happening to you, where you are going to slow down. Okay, Pisces, the weirdest thing just happened, and I need to let you know about it. Okay, as I was doing a reading, all of a sudden my camera stopped. And just about the same time my camera stopped, the candle that I have sitting right here, it went out. And I can't get it to come back on because the wick itself just came right out of the wax. Okay? So, that's when I was talking about this part. And so maybe this Tower is different than what I'm thinking. But the reason I'm telling you this is because I think you should probably pay attention, over the next week or two. I'm sure they both happened about close to the same time for a reason. All right? Maybe the power going out is saying, no, I was way off base. Or maybe it's saying, yeah, totally. Okay, let's go ahead and continue on. Let's get a clarifying card for the Nine of Wands, which talks about you keeping guard. Oh, and I had cards fall. Okay. These are the cards that kind of just flew out onto the floor. This one says you're walking away. You've done all you can. You can do no more. You're going to a place that serves you well. And the other card is the Ace of Cups. This is a new beginning, one that's filled with love, joy, and happiness. And these two cards are clarifying this card. So, you are definitely meeting your challenge here. You're stopping this, you're walking away, and you're having a new beginning, okay? So that's beautiful. Okay, now let's take a card for your focus, which is the Ten of Pentacles, an absolutely beautiful energy of where you want to share everything with everybody you love. These cards are acting really funny. Sorry, that's why I'm giggling, because they're just acting weird. Okay. First card was the Strength card, which means you are very strong. You tend to show your strength through kindness and compassion, but if the lion needs to come out, it will. Okay? And the other card is Temperance, which talks about balance and harmony. So, you are very strong, and this typically says what you want is balance and harmony in your external environment. And here is your focus, and that is one definitely that would be filled with balance and harmony. And if you look at your past, that's the very same card as this card. And that's the universe's way of saying I meant what I said. Your focus is on having balance and harmony, but your position is that of a tower. And it's telling you to slow down. Okay? So let's see what your past has to say. Justice. And justice says if anybody has wronged you in any way, justice is here to make it right, to balance the scales. And right here, that could apply here, even though it's in your past. This past could be, very close to now, right? It could be yesterday or something. It doesn't have to be. But if somebody's done you wrong, justice is here to make it right. And remember, this energy was crossing it, where you felt you had to defend. Okay? But it can also say balance. In the card underneath, the card for your past, is wanting balance and harmony in your external environment. And you see these scales here, that means balance. So it could be either or. And you also have that here. Okay. Let's get a card for your strength. Okay. The Seven of Swords can say a few different things depending on the cards that's around it. It can be trickery. It can be using your wit to come up with a novel solution or novel answer to something. It could also be potentially you doing too much for others and not taking care of yourself. And it's clarifying this card of where you're learning from masters and apprentices and taking the best of both and coming up with something that's uniquely you. So that would tend to make me think that it would be using your wit, right? Because that's what you would get from this, coming up with a novel approach to something. However, here you have justice. So, could be trickery. And here is telling you slow down. Here it's telling you take a rest. So that could also apply to the doing too much for others. Let's get some more cards. Well, okay. Get a card for the King of Cups, your future position. Balance. Okay. Your future is the King of Cups, which is all about, of course, love, being very trustworthy, being a master of his inner and outer worlds. He feels all his emotions, but he does not allow them to control him. He controls them. And it can also say that there could be a potential romantic relationship that's coming in. So the Two of Pentacles talks about balance. So maybe it's saying that your future, you are creating this balance. Here could be balance or lack thereof. Here it could be the same thing. Here you have a tower that's telling you to slow down. So that in itself would tell me there's a lack of balance. So it might very well be, does not have to be, that balance is a big issue. Okay? Your future, it looks like you're getting your balance. But here, it might not be balanced. Okay? It is possible. But in the end, only you will know. Let's get a card for how you should go forward. It does say you're very close to achieving your goal. Use your mind wisely. Co-create with spirit. Okay. Okay, this is just beautiful. You have the King of Cups clarifying the Queen of Cups, and you have the King of Cups as your future. So the way to go forward is by taking on the King of Cups and Queen of Cups energies. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This is saying be in control of your emotions. Feel all of your emotions. And this is a mother archetype. So both of these are about love. So use love. Very heavy emphasis on love here, okay? But do be in control of your emotions. But do proceed with love. You know? Both of these are very trustworthy. And she wants to help just because she is the mother archetype. She wants to be there. The king is similar. Okay, he's about love too. But he is in control of his emotions. And your future is the King of Cups. So, the way to go forward is using your love, your trust, being in control of your emotions, but being there for those who need you. Okay? That's absolutely beautiful. I think your reading is really special. I really, really do. Because my camera just doesn't turn off, and my candle, the wick doesn't just come out. So I do think there's a special message here for you. Okay. What you need to know, you're dropping the burdens, which is a very good energy. And it's being clarified by the Queen of Swords, which she is very resilient, very smart, and all about the truth. Okay? She wants to skip over all the niceties. She's very different from the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups rules from her heart. This queen, I am sure, rules from her head. You know, she just wants the truth. That's it. Okay, what you don't see, which is you need to take a rest. Okay, the Nine of Swords. So, that is saying there is something that has stressed you out to the point that you cannot think clearly, you can't sleep at night, and those are thoughts. Thoughts can come from things. Thoughts can just be something that you have created, you know, anxiety, stress, fear, whatever it may be. And that's clarifying, take a rest. So it could be anything. Again, you will know. But because it's coupled with the take a rest, and here you have slow down, it might be that you are trying to do way too much, way too fast, and it's creating a lot of stress. Okay? So I would take this as another indication to slow down. Be kind to yourself. Okay, let's take a card for the potential future where it's talking about you using your intuition and feeding the good side. Okay? You have death, which means transformation. Okay? And you'd probably like to see this. At the bottom of the deck from taking your cards, we have the moon, which is the card that you have for your potential future. Okay? Same card. So that's the universe's way of saying I meant what I said. So I would say you pay attention to your intuition. Listen to it. You're in tune with it, and it's there to guide you. All right? Okay, so this is kind of a deep reading. So bear with me. We're going to talk about it. I'll try to be quick. The pig spirit says use your mind wisely. And I do think you really need to here. You're very close to achieving your goal. Yeah, and I can see that. Because your future is definitely bright and is totally linked with how you go forward. So go forward in a way that helps you achieve what you want to achieve in your future, okay? Here it's co-create. Co-create with spirit. And the Lenormand cards that you have, the child one talks about the beginning of the path and the myriad of options that are available to you. So in other words, just like a child, what do you want to do? Okay? Childhood, trust, a new stage. Okay, and on the heart, you have love, friendship, harmony, happiness, support. The heart indicates comfort and happiness and a harmonious, loving relationship. And to me, that could be totally backed up by the King of Cups twice. Remember, the King of Cups talks about having a beautiful, solid, romantic relationship. And you have the Queen of Cups. And all Cups energies have to do with love, all right? This card can also bring serendipity, support from others, prosperity, satisfaction in many areas. It signals great potential for personal growth. Okay? So it is a beautiful card. So all the cards you have back here are very good cards. And I think they are trying to help you. Definitely. Okay? So here, your overall energy is a tower. And like I said, towers can be really small, they can be big. They can be positive, they can be challenging. They can be self-imposed, they can be thrust upon you. Okay? Only you're going to know. So it could be really tiny or it could be a big thing. But it is being clarified by the Knight of Pentacles, which is the slowest knight in the deck, and all knights are the hardest working cards in the deck. But this is telling you, slow down. So it could very well be a self-imposed tower or one that you partake in, knowing you're going too hard, too fast. You need to slow down. And here, your challenge, here you are defending something to the point of potential injury. And I do believe the challenge was to stop doing that. And it's clarified by, you can do no more. You've done everything you can. You're walking away now to your happiness and a new beginning. One that's filled with love, happiness, and joy. And here, back to the two kings of cups and the Queen of Cups. Happiness, joy, love. So, totally meeting the challenge. Your past, wanting harmony and balance. And justice. If you've been wronged, justice is here to make it right. But it also talks about balance. Here at the bottom of the deck, you have the Ace of Swords, which is a new beginning, a new way of thinking. Your mind is expanding. So you have a few new beginnings. Here, a new beginning filled with love, happiness, and joy. And the transformation, the death card, that means you're going on. Okay? Your focus, I'm sure this is based in love. You want to share everything that you have with everybody you love. It's clarified by the Strength card. You're strong enough to do this. You're strong enough anywhere in this spread because you have this. But it also talks about balance and harmony. Your strength is learning and taking what you're learning and turning it into a novel solution of some kind. But it's clarified by the Seven of Swords. So if we're going by this card alone, it's definitely using your wit, because you're taking what you're learning and turning it into something uniquely you. So that would say, yeah, this is just backing that up. Okay? And that's probably what it is. But the other couple meanings, there are cards here to support that as well. So this is something that really you're going to need to discover. Or there's also potential that it could be more than one. All right? What you don't see is that you need to take a rest. And that is clarified by a ton of stress. So, to me, this, relates right back to here. Apparently, it's been very, very stressful. Whatever this is, could be your career, your job, your emotional outlook, whatever it is, has been extremely stressful. Right? And it's showing up here. And this is saying slow down. And here it's saying take a break. So I would pay attention to those, okay? Slow down. Let the stress go. Just give it to the universe, okay? If you need to heal from it, heal from it. Think it through. Think it through. If you need to deal with each sword separately, do that too. But the end result needs to be that you get rid of that, okay? It will do you no good. And potential future, use your intuition, and you're definitely going through a transformation, okay? So, quite the reading, definitely. Yeah, and like I said, when I was clarifying this or talking about this is when the camera went off, and somewhere around this time is when the candle went out too. So if you're interested, you might pay attention to that. I'm going to go look at it and see when that happened. But if I would like to know, if you don't mind sharing, if there is something that pertains to that and you feel like sharing, please do put it in the comments or let me know. Okay, let's get some cards from the universe. I would have to say this is definitely a wow reading. And don't get me wrong, it looks like you definitely need to take a break, okay? You definitely need to slow down, take care of yourself, okay? Be good to yourself. But it also is very transformative. And it's filled with love, which is beautiful. And it looks like your focus is just wanting to share the love with everybody that you do love. Which, how wonderful is that? And you do have a new beginning filled with love, happiness, and joy. So, very transformative, very insightful. But there are a few parts that that only you will know. King of Wands, very strong energy. The King of Wands is social. He's a very social king. And he is social with a purpose. I mean, you know, you can be social for social sake, which is wonderful, and I'm sure he is, but he also has a purpose because he's trying to lead people towards a common goal. And others gravitate towards you because you're charismatic, focused, and determined. Okay? Let's get another card. The Emperor wanted to come out. Extremely strong card. The Emperor is like if you take all the kings and roll them up into one and add some, you get the Emperor. Okay? Very, very strong. And the Emperor builds solid foundations from which his success will grow. Okay? Well, I'd have to say your reading is quite the reading. Okay, you have the Queen of Wands. Let me move these over here. Can you still see if I put them over here? Yeah. Okay, you have the Emperor. Again, extremely strong, building solid foundations. You have the King of Wands. You also have the Queen of Wands. So you have a matched set here. And you have a matched set here. The King and Queen of Cups and the King and Queen of Wands. Okay? Very powerful reading. And the Emperor. And the very last card that came out was a successful completion of a cycle. The World. And now you pick whatever it is that you want as your reality. Okay? Very strong. I'm not sure. I'd have to look back, but I don't know if I've ever had a reading that had two sets of kings and queens. Okay? It's a very strong reading. Okay, so let's get a chart. And I don't look, so I get teased sometimes. Okay, what do we have? It says enjoy life. Okay, yes, enjoy life. And I think that has a specific meaning. Okay? I think it is referring to this and this. Let go of the stress and don't take the world on your shoulders, okay? Relax, enjoy life, slow down, take a rest. Have love, be social, have fun, okay? Very synchronistic, very, even though it's, you know, it's a little bit challenging to get through some of this, you know, with the candle and the camera, etc. I think there is definite meaning here. So, thank you so much. Sorry it took probably forever. Have a wonderful, wonderful January. Much love. Bye.